Hi guys, welcome back to Young Struggles and Old Solutions with Sid and Uncle Ray.
Hello.
Hello, it's episode 4 today.
4, yeah, we made it to number 4. Hey, we have something special this week.
We do.
It's
We have
not something, but someone that's special.
Yes,
to you.
It's
And to me. I love
yes.
Kenadee too.
It's been a build up. Kenadee, my bestie, my roomie, my travel buddy, everything is here. She's on the podcast. Woo!
Yay, Kenadee. Well, say hello, Kenadee.
Hey guys.
Don't be scared now.
Whoa, that is not Kenadee's normal voice.
It is not quiet, guys.
No.
So let loose.
Okay.
And you're outgoing.
Mm-hmm.
I am. Yeah.
And you've got a few opinions.
I have quite a few.
Yeah.
Quite a few.
We do. Yeah. So we're all here. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, we're going to talk about some of Kenadee's experiences and questions. And
Yeah, this should be eventful.
It should
we
be good.
promised you that I would tell you the funny story about this 33-year fight that I've had with my wife.
Oh my gosh, I've been dying all week to hear about this actually.
The Covac tickets
So
battle.
should we wait to get into it?
Yeah, we can wait a little bit. We can talk a little bit. We can talk around it. Did you go out with Guy B?
Yeah.
Okay,
bum,
wait.
bum, bum.
Before
Let's
we
get into
get
it.
that far and that deep into it, let's introduce a little bit more about Kenadee.
Good, Lainey.
And learn a bit more about our guest. You two are like rocking and rolling, but
They're ready to go.
she's here. We got to give her a little time.
Okay. Yes, we'll get to know Kenadee.
Yeah, Kenadee has an experience that was. She has many experiences, but she has one particularly that was really interesting that we discussed, and I don't know where it is exactly. I knew where it was about 3 weeks ago, but I don't know where it is today.
Let's get to know Kenadee.
I'm from Rigby, Idaho. I don't even know. I met Sidney in college.
Yeah, we met in college.
We had a mutual friend. I had a friend in high school, and then she played with her in college at Slick, and then she was transferring to my college, and
I needed a roommate.
so did I.
And so
it
she
just
set us
worked
up.
out.
It's kind of
Yeah.
like a blind date, but she set us up.
Yeah.
And Riley was part of this too.
And Riley was part of it too.
Riley
Ori-
came a little bit later.
yeah, originally Riley wasn't committed yet.
Oh,
go
Riley
there.
didn't commit to
It was just
College of Idaho.
me. Yeah, so
College
I
of
was,
Idaho. Okay.
So I was the first one to commit, and she wasn't sure where she wanted to go, and so I was like, I don't know where I'm gonna live. Like, I don't know. And so her friend put me in contact with her, saying, oh, she had a roommate that just moved out. Like, she's needing a roommate.
And
And
College
so-
of Idaho is not. We're all members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. So is Kenadee.
Yes.
That we have told people our
Okay.
religious affiliation, and because there's a cultural point as well as a religion
sure.
associated with the church.
Yeah.
And you were looking for a roommate that had similar values. And
Yeah, so when she put me in contact with Kenadee, I was like, oh, that's perfect. Like, someone that has the same standards and beliefs as me. And she seemed like an awesome girl. Like, I didn't really know a lot about her. Like, I really liked the friend that we had, mutual friends. I was like, oh, I really like her. So, like, her friend's got to be cool, too.
of
And
course,
so, of course.
Of course.
maybe
and-
even a little cooler.
I don't know.
Some
I
could
mean,
say.
I'd hope so.
I mean, we've been
how
stuck
cool,
since.
But
But, so, yeah, so then we just became, I was like, okay, yeah, like, I'll be your roommate. We've never met. I just committed to be her roommate. Never
Yeah.
met.
Yep.
And then we ran into each other at some party, like a couple months later. We were
Yeah.
at the same party
in the
and
spring.
in the
before.
spring, and
Yeah.
all of a sudden I look over, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's gonna be my roommate. And so we just like met, and we actually took a picture together
I have a
of that
video,
night,
too.
that video too. It's kind of funny to look back on because that was
Yeah.
like the first night, and like
So
our
that was the
first-
beginning of Ebony and Ivory.
Basically.
basic. I don't know who
I
that is,
mean-
but yeah.
Well, Ebony was a song. It was a song, Ebony and Ivory, back in the 80s. Sorry. This is Uncle Ray coming out of this
This
particular.
is old man.
This is the old man coming out, and Ebony and Ivory was a
Oh.
song about white gut people and black people. But
Oh, okay.
but the funny thing here is you have black hair,
Yeah.
and Kenadee is
We came
blonde.
together.
Kennedee's a blonde.
Yin and yang.
I'm blonde. I'm a little bit more brunette right now.
You are
I don't
showing.
know how to feel about it quite yet.
It looks
but-
good.
Lainey can
Yeah,
fix
I
that
like
for
it.
you if
Yeah,
you
it's
want to go back. So
Okay.
Yeah, and then basically we've just been roommates, and
Yeah.
travel buddies and lived in
She's
Hawaii
probably
together.
sick of me at
and
this point.
she's
but
probably sick of me.
We've even had Kenadee and her family over for Thanksgiving. That was when
Yeah.
I was trying to set her up with my son.
Yeah.
Yep.
Then he got
Now
married.
he's married.
Now he's married. Dang it, that was our shot to get her in the fam.
I know. Could have locked her in.
Could have. Dang it.
Could've.
No, but yeah, and so then now we moved together, and now we're living together in Boise, Idaho, and
Yep.
the rest
We're
is
very
history.
happy in Boise.
Very happy in
Happy.
Boise.
Is it better?
Back.
Is it better than being down in Utah?
Oh,
I
100%.
can't even
Like,
begin to
The
tell
sky
you.
is bluer, the grass is greener. Like, I'm
Everything-
seeing
the
life.
sun shines brighter here.
I'm seeing life on a whole nother level over here. I don't know what it is, but
Is it the dating scene? Is it the culture?
Yeah, a little bit of both.
And we're not trying to bash
Yeah.
on Utah. I mean, that is something that happens in Idaho. I'm sure.
I
that
don't feel bad for bashing Utah.
no,
we
yeah.
don't. But
Utah, the culture and the dating is just
Yeah.
different over there, and it
Mhm.
just wasn't really our style.
Not our style. We met some great people.
yes.
We did
In
meet some
Utah.
good people. Yeah.
We still have good friends down there, but
Right.
yeah,
Yeah.
happy to be in Idaho.
Yeah.
I'm flying there tomorrow.
Good
Oh,
luck
you
to
are.
Yeah,
Good luck.
that's why we're doing it tonight.
Mm.
That's why Thursday didn't work. out
Anything
for me.
fun or just work stuff?
No, we're going to Vegas. I'm going to go to the Eagles at the Sphere.
Wow. So you're not
That
just
is
going
so
to Utah,
fun.
you're going to Vegas.
We're going to Vegas, baby.
Well, that's fun. That's
Wait.
exciting.
Is
Yeah,
mom
this-
going?
No.
So why are you going without mom?
Well, I'm just doing it. I'm doing it with my high school buddies.
Oh, fun.
It's a boys' weekend.
Boys trip.
Boys
trip, yeah.
trip.
Boys trip.
This can't be any more of a boring boys' trip because those guys don't golf, which I love to golf.
Right.
He doesn't love it. He's addicted.
Yeah. I'm
I
probably
looked
addicted.
where he was to go because I was going to go see him today because I'm out in Nampa. And I was like, I'm going to go visit Dad. And I look where
I'm
he
going
is.
to take my location service
And he was at the golf course. And I turned to my
Of course.
the elders and they're like, he's on the golf course. It's freezing. I was like, yeah.
Rain
my
or
dad doesn't
shine.
love me.
Rain or shine, grind don't stop.
Yeah, it does.
True.
I mean, this is. I got to get to a scratch golfer before I die.
Yeah.
And the older you get, the shorter the swing gets, and the less far you get to hit the ball. So,
That's funny. No, but yeah, so that's our story.
all right, Kennedy, tell us your
Okay.
story. Let's start with you. Tell us the story you told me.
All right. Yeah. So he lives like around my hometown, and like I knew of him growing up, but never talked to him or anything like that. Anyways, he would do the whole like my Instagram story every once in a while, but
So
never
this is
say
some guy that
anything.
started liking your Instagram. You kind of knew about him, but didn't know
Yeah.
him. You thought he was
I think he's attractive.
and had heard decent things about him. You knew him back when you were in high school. He's a little bit older than you,
Yes.
and he kind of came back around in your life, and that's where we're going. Okay,
Yes,
go ahead. I
okay,
wanted to get a
sorry.
little bit more of that background.
Yes. Okay. Great. Yeah. So he would like my story, and when I was living in Hawaii, he reached out and was like, "Let me know when you're back on the mainland." And anyways, I was like, "Okay, yeah, I'll let you know." Anyways, nothing really came of that. And then I was home. I was in between actually moving from Utah to Boise, so I was home for a few weeks, and randomly I had to take my car into the car shop, and I walk in and I have my little sister with me, and my hands are full of all my stuff because I'm leaving my car for the day. And I like look ahead and I'm like, okay, this guy has his back towards me. He kind of looks like he'd be around my age. Like, I'm back in my hometown. It's probably someone that I know. And so I was just like, okay, I'm nervous. He turns around. I'm like, sure enough, it's this guy.
Is that who you thought it was?
I kind of like had a
Hoping
feeling.
or like just thinking?
I don't know if I was hoping or not. I was indifferent, I think, because also I was like, I'm not really ready for the day. Like, this is just a
You
very...
weren't Kennedy A+ at that particular
No,
point.
no.
She's
So,
always A+.
I mean, you're always A+, right? I mean, you're gorgeous.
I don't
and- but you hadn't put on the dog that day.
No. So, anyways, I'm like, I'm just gonna smile. Like, we've never talked in person,
Right.
so I wasn't expecting anything. He's like double takes and is like, hey. I'm like, oh, hey, how's it going? Like, he's like, we've never met. Like, I'm so and so. I'm like, oh yeah. And anyway, he like gave me a hug, and I was like, okay, we're hugging. Like, I don't even know what's going on. And
Were you uncomfortable with the hug, or were you okay with the hug?
it was just like I was
It
surprised.
caught you off guard?
Yeah. Like, I wasn't even expecting to say anything, let alone give you a hug.
Hug.
But okay. Like Remy's
You
with
went
me.
with it because you
Because he's cute.
Yeah,
Because
nice guy.
and I am interested. So, anyways, yeah, we talked. We like caught up, and he was asking where I was at. He was, Anyway, I was like, yeah, I mentioned like I'm here for a few weeks, like hint, hint.
Right.
And
I'm bored and I'm not doing anything.
And I'm not.
Hint,
I don't
hint.
have anything going on. Shocker. So
I'm here with my little sister.
I'm just here. Yeah. So, anyway, it kind of ended, and we just said, "See you later," and went about whatever. So I tell my friend, my best friend that I grew up with, I'm like, "You'll never guess who I saw," and she's like, "Oh my gosh, you have to say something." I'm like, "No, I'm not gonna say anything. Like he can say something if he really wants."
And what
to
does say
see.
something mean? Like text him or instant message him?
Yeah, I
or-
don't have him on anything other than like Instagram. So
Okay.
yeah, it would be like a DM. But anyways, so I'm like, I tell a few friends. They're like, you should just say something. Like, he's always reached out first. Like, maybe he's just kind of waiting for you to reach
Yeah,
out.
we were all like, just reach out. Like, you have nothing to lose.
Yeah.
And so we were all kind of like, he was giving her the signs that he would be interested. And so we were pushing
Yeah.
her to reach out.
Mm-hmm. So I even talked to my brother. I was like, okay, I'm like, from
Getting
a
the guys.
from a guy's point of view, should I do this? And he's like, oh my gosh, Ken, yeah, like you should just do it. Like it's
He'll be
He'll be
flattered.
Yeah.
Right, because like a girl came after me.
Mhm.
Right, yeah.
Yes. So I was like, okay. So I waited like a couple days, and I just sent like, hey, it was good to see you the other day. I think you forgot to ask for this, and I sent my number. And
Nice.
Which is cute, right? You knew you were being flirty.
I mean, I didn't want to be too much over the top, but like, here's this. Like, if you want to do something about it, here
Well,
you
you did
go.
send him a calendar invite, so
right. Like, so time, date, place,
Yeah.
pick me up.
No, you didn't
Bring
do
flowers.
that. You didn't do
No.
that. Right. Bring.
So, anyway, not a day, like a day goes by.
Yeah, a day.
And still, like, nothing. And I'm like, okay, I know you're on your phone. I know you're on Instagram.
We're
like,
in
let's be
2025.
real.
Everyone's on their phone.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, right away. I was like, I'm already, like, losing interest because
Right.
I know
You
you've seen
stepped.
this.
You're right. You right. He's
I'm like,
he's
you just
playing a
hugged me the other
game.
day.
Right.
Yeah.
What's going on? Anyway, so he responds, and he just says something like, haha, that was so smooth, and like sent like a winky face. So I was like, I just like hearted it, because I was like, okay, so you can text me
Well,
now.
you did an exclamation it. You
Yeah,
hearted
like,
it.
what do you want me to
Yeah.
do? So I'm just like waiting for a text. I never get a text. And I'm just like, okay, like that is so weird. Like you were like doing all these things to make me think like, okay, like he's interested. Like if I reach out, he would
Right.
totally be,
Interested.
yeah,
Right,
and
he would
want
be-
to
he
give
would-
me
he
the
would-
same thing back.
Right.
No.
Nothing.
So I'm like, okay,
Crickets.
that's whatever. And I was like, I'm moving to Boise. He's over here. Sometimes he's in Utah. So whatever. A month goes by. My birthday comes around. And, it's always interesting to see who comes out of the woodworks to wish you a happy birthday. And it's like, it's late. Later
Yeah,
in
it
the
was-
evening.
It was after we blew out your candles.
Yeah.
Or before, or during, around that
Like,
time.
do you guys
Anyways,
have a time
not
you
that
blow out the
matters.
candles?
Well, like, I was just thinking back. On the day.
Sydney's setting the scene, you guys.
I was just thinking back on what time everything was. Probably
Yeah.
around, the evening. Like,
I didn't know if you
7 or
guys
8.
like celebrated your birthdays at a particular time, and
Yeah.
like at 9 o'clock we blow out the candles.
Be there or don't even show up. Probably around, 7 or 8. Which,
Yeah.
the days passed.
The days pass, and I had reposted things about my birthday on my Instagram story, things like that. So he waits all day. I get a text, and I'm just on my phone, and all of a sudden I just go because I'm just not expecting it. He says something like, "Hey, thought this was a good time to text you. ... Happy birthday," and all caps. Sent some emojis, and then he goes, "This is blah blah blah." Which now when you text someone, if you have an Apple, you can have a profile picture and your name come up. So
Right.
I already knew.
Who it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was just like, okay.
And?
Okay.
And
What do you, thank you? But really?
thanks for the
Yeah.
birthday wishes,
Yeah.
but
You could have done that on Instagram like you do every year. You
Yeah.
clearly didn't want to use my number a few weeks ago.
So
What's the point?
Yeah, it was just so weird.
It was weird. So of course, I said, thank you. And he was
You were gracious.
Yeah. I'm like, I'll be nice. I'm not going to pull a you. I'll be.
right.
Anyway, so yeah, I just said thanks, and we kind of like talked a little bit. He'd take like 5, 6, 7 hours to respond, but
So at that point, like, why even have a conversation?
I'm just like,
Right.
why are we talking? Like, I don't care. Like at this point, like I'm
Does
just
it feel? Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Does it feel like he's playing you at this particular? Do you
Yeah.
see? To me, when you tell it to me, it feels like he's playing you.
Mhm.
Like he's like, I'm not going to answer for 5 or 6 hours because
Yeah.
I'm going to be cool.
I don't want
and-
to act too interested.
Yeah, I got to
seem
make sure
too
I'm positioning
excited.
myself correctly
Yeah.
to
Mhm.
make
Yeah.
her whatever.
Mhm.
And that's what turns girls away.
100%. I'm like, texting is not fun anyways. So I'm like, the fact that it's just like, I don't want to text at all, honestly, during the day. Like, just don't text me. Like, we're adults. Like, we have jobs. We have things going on. Like, we're busy. Like, we can say good morning, whatever. And then at night, we can, like, how was your day and chat. But
Yeah.
during the day, I don't expect.
24/7.
No, I really don't.
Yeah.
You don't need. I mean, I don't think most girls do.
No. And like you already showed him you're interested, so it was like,
Yeah.
okay, do something about it. And he wasn't. He like
he did
be
it.
a man and do
Are you
something.
thinking he's a player at this particular point?
100%.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, because all the things like came to mind, like, okay, so when I first saw him in person, are you seeing someone? And so then
Oh, you asked him
said-
that.
I didn't ask him that.
You did
No,
not.
that's
No.
just the thought.
No, but
Right,
I'm like,
right.
hey, you haven't texted me, so I'm like, okay, is there another girl? Like, is there? And I can respect that, but
Right.
also probably don't hug me.
Yeah.
What's the point in hugging me?
Yeah.
What's the point in even really having a conversation? If you're dating another girl, like, we can
Right,
say
because
hi.
it wasn't a normal conversation. Like he said, "Hi, I just we talk
Hey,
different times." Right.
Hey, good to see you.
Right,
Yeah.
and get up.
No.
But
We stood there and
Right.
talked, like, caught up. What are you doing? Where are you at? All these
Yeah.
things. So it was just kind of like, okay, so if that is the case, then what was all of that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I was just, 100% think he's playing, just kind of like putting the fillers out, like, okay, so I'm bored of this other girl.
right.
Like, let's see what you got, kind of type thing. That's
Or
what I
or
feel
I
like.
want an
Yeah.
insurance policy. I don't.
Exactly,
I want
I'm the
you're the
backup.
backup. Right.
Yeah.
Yep. And babes, I'm not a backup. I'm gonna tell you right now.
No way.
I am.
You're too beautiful to be a backup.
Thanks. So yeah, so I think I'm just like confused at this point and annoyed, honestly.
Right.
But I am like, there is this other factor going into this because my brother is a senior. He's playing football. He's right now, they're in their season. And you can buy stadium seating that you like is assigned seating basically for every game. I go and I'm like, look to the side of me and I'm like, I don't know. I've only seen like a few times on Instagram when this guy posts his family. And I'm like, they look really familiar. So after the game, I do some digging. Sure enough, it's his. I think it's his.
But he wasn't there at that particular
No.
place. Just his family.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, you're in for a treat, Ray. I really got to get you up. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
A
We're
lot,
getting
a lot
into
has
it.
happened. So, yeah, I'm like, oh man, okay. So there's potential to like see this guy again because obviously his nephew's on the team. And I'm just like, okay, so like I do keep like responding. Like I just want to be nice. Like if we run into each other, I don't want things to be awkward.
So does he keep pinging you?
Yeah, we
Okay.
we keep talking a little bit. Yeah. And then at one point it got to a point where I was just like, okay, I'm done answering. Like this is so dumb. Like
Because he hasn't asked you out yet.
he hasn't
it's like,
even
what
asked
are we
me
doing?
out or like when I'm going to be back in town
Mhm.
or
Right.
anything like that.
I'm
So
coming to
just like,
Boise. Something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and like he knows I'm home a lot. Like he
Right, because you're coming home to watch your brother
Mhm.
almost
Yeah,
every
yeah,
weekend.
my family's there. Like
Right.
So anyways, I ended up I was like, hey, I'm done. I'm not going to respond anymore. I wake up and I have someone, he's added me on Snapchat too at this point. And I'm just like, okay, you suck at communicating on one form of, right? And so I'm like, so now you want two to not be
Right.
good at? Like, why? And Snapchat, really? Like, are
It's
we in
such a
middle
red
school?
flag.
So
It
tell
really is.
so tell me about why Snapchats are red for all the people that listen that are over 25. Why is adding Snapchat sketchy?
More like or over 30 because Parker's
Well,
over
exactly.
25.
I feel like it's Snapchat when you're going up to a girl and you want to start talking to her. Snapchat, I feel like can be more hidden to where you're talking to a bunch of different girls at the same time. as to where, and like you're just sending pictures back and forth.
Because I understand Snapchat because the message disappears.
And it can disappear.
And it's
exactly.
You can't see like I'm talking to Five. Where if you're posting stuff on Instagram, the girl that you're actually seeing can see what you're liking and stuff, right?
And even just like texting just feels a little more mature, as like you're taking it more seriously. To where Snapchat doesn't feel like it's as serious.
Like we don't need to send selfies back and forth.
No,
like,
exactly.
And it's treated more like a dating app than just talking with your friends.
I think so.
It's way less serious, and I think that's the biggest red flag. Is kind of what you're saying. You talk to.
It's more of a player's forum.
Yeah,
I think so.
Basically, Snapchat is less
that's
serious.
Universally like a standard at this point.
So we actually like downshift. I mean, he like you were actually more, and then he like Snapchat's like a step backwards, not a step towards you.
Exactly.
Again, I'm just like, oh my gosh. But at the same time, then I'm like, okay.
He's interested.
So you do want to keep talking, like you want to talk to me, you want to potentially like see me more. Like I can kind of see that where like we wouldn't really run into each other regularly. So like maybe Snapchat, like, you know, like, okay, well, I can see them more, like, you know,
sure,
like what they're doing, like how, I don't know. So I was just like, oh my gosh, I'm so confused. Like, okay, I guess we'll keep talking. So we keep texting, and I'm actually home for a week a couple weeks ago, and we're playing our rival, and that's where he went to high school. And previously I'm pretty sure I've seen him, like last year I saw him at a game. I think it was him. But we obviously didn't talk. And so I was like, okay, if he's going to be at a game, this is the one he's going to be at. Right. So I was just like, oh my gosh. And it kind of been like an emotional week. So I wore a hat. Like I wasn't like, anyways, he like, it was probably midway through the first quarter. He walks like right past me. And I'm like, I didn't even realize it was him until he was already past. And he was like on the phone. So honestly, whether he saw me or not right away, I don't know.
Right.
But after the game, we go over to the side. We're waiting for the team to come out. And him and his family walk like right past mine. And they're like standing like within a 10-foot like radius of each other. And I'm just like, oh my gosh. And at this point, like my mom and dad know. And my dad just like looking at me like, how is he not like said anything? Like he's just like shaking his head, and I'm like, just don't say anything. Like we don't need to cause a scene. I'm like, so I just want to leave. Anyway, yeah, never says anything. But like my mom and dad are like, he definitely was looking over here like a few times. Like I even looked over there and like kind of like gave him an opportunity
to say hello.
Yeah, like, okay, I'm looking at you like. Anyways, yeah, so we
Nothing.
didn't say anything.
Crickets.
Nothing.
Crickets again.
Crickets again. And I'm just like, okay, I'm
done.
Don't care.
Right.
Really just do not care at this point. Like, and he is like, I think like 4 years older than me. So I'm like, okay, at this point, really, like you can't have like a conversation, whatever.
It's just embarrassing for him that he can't.
It is embarrassing for him. Yes. Yeah. Because I'm like, okay, I reached out. I gave you my number. You didn't text me. And then you texted me a month later. Like, if you think I'm gonna come up to you and say anything, like, I'm not.
Right.
Sorry. He texts me a couple days later, and he's like, hey, were you at the game the other night?
I know.
No, I wasn't. That wasn't me.
Yeah.
That wasn't my whole family. Like,
acting like he didn't see you. Like, oh, was that you? Like, that is such a middle school move.
I'm like, dude. Now I'm very embarrassed for you. Now I'm just like, I have so much secondhand embarrassment.
Now it's a charity project.
And I'm done with those. I'm so over that. So anyway, I don't respond. I'm just like, I'm not responding to you. That's a dumb question.
Right.
You're going to get a dumb answer, or you're not going to get an answer at all.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, fast forward. Senior night comes around. Sydney
I was there.
came
That was
with me.
2 weeks ago, right?
Yeah, that was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, 2 weeks now. And my other friend was also coming up. We had lots of family there, like lots of everything. It was just, lots was going on. And we're just sitting there, and I think it was it after? It was before halftime. It was before halftime,
okay.
I think.
He comes up to you.
Well, so we're sitting on the edge of the aisle.
Yeah. Like,
And
few seats in.
Yeah.
And he walks up, and I don't even see it right away. Like,
And
I think
I saw it first,
like,
and I was
tapping
like
me.
trying to like play it cool. I was like,
Yeah.
is that? And she's like, yeah. And I was like, oh my gosh, like just like trying to like act like we were watching the game, but also clocking what was going
Yeah.
on.
Oh, I was like on the game. Like, I don't even care
Yeah.
to look at you, bro.
And so yeah, he walks right past us, and I'm like, okay, he saw us. We were
He
at the edge of
definitely
the aisle.
saw.
He didn't say anything to you?
So
Again?
so just
Again?
wait.
Oh, just wait.
So
just wait.
he walks up, and it's a tight fit. Like, I
Right.
think there was more space above us. So he actually walked like above,
Right
and then
behind us.
down, like right behind. Was it the row right behind us or couple?
Oh,
can't
maybe it was
remember.
the other row, and then he
I
walked.
don't know.
Well, he like walked up that row, and then he walked down to get in the same row as
The
we're
same
in.
row, because that's where his family is.
Because he didn't,
Right
because
next
he
to
saw.
mine.
Well, also probably because he saw us sitting in the aisle, and he didn't want to walk
Go right by-
walk
Oh,
right
be-
right by us.
Right, because you're in the aisle. Because he would have had
He
to
had
walk
to
up
have
and
walked.
be right there.
Yeah,
He
and
had to
so
walk.
he-
Yeah, literally.
So I think he did that on purpose, where he walked a couple rows
100%.
up, and
It
then
went behind
down.
you,
But
and
he
then
Yes.
can't even say hi to me. You think he can like?
Mm-hmm. So then he
So-
sits
Dude's a
down in the
playa.
same row.
Yeah, he sits down.
Right.
He's sitting right next to my sister.
Right next to her little sister.
Gotta be so fun, babe. She's oblivious. She doesn't know
Right.
what's going on. She's not even paying attention to the game at this point. But yeah, halftime hits. We get up.
Well, we got up and we walked around, and then we came
We
back.
walked around.
Yeah.
And so my friend Matea, she's my best friend. We grew up together. She's there. Her and Sidney like left, and I was still like over by like my extended family talking to them, and I was like, oh, they must have gone and sat down. No, I don't know where the heck they went.
I don't remember where we went.
Honestly, I was like, they can only go so many places. Remy's still sitting right next to him, and I've walked up at this point, and like I was.
Remy's your little sister.
Remy's my little sister.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She's still sitting there, and I the whole row is just empty, and then it's her, and then it's him, and I'm like, I thought that Sidney and Matea had already come, so I was like, I can't really turn around and just act like I wasn't. I'm like, fine, like this isn't really awkward for me, dude. Like this is awkward for you.
Yeah.
I'm fine. I'm
Right.
fine to sit. So I did. I went and sat down right next to Remy, and
So
he
the
was right
setup
there.
is Kenadee, Remy, and then the guy
Yeah.
just sitting right there.
And mind you, Remy, it's like the guy, Remy, then
Yeah,
me.
right. Because
So
Remy's
it's
like,
what-
is Remy like 10?
Remy is 12.
12.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
and she's
tiny.
Tiny.
Yeah, she's
so,
not very
yeah,
tall.
she's-
So like
yeah.
they're in direct eye contact,
Right.
basically.
If
It's not
we-
like Remy.
yeah.
It's not like Remy sitting with her head between your
No,
two
no,
heads.
no.
Yeah.
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 And so she sits down, yeah.
So yeah, so we sit there and like, I don't even like we're loud. Like we get into the games. Like he knows we're there.
He knows you're there.
Yeah,
I mean, there
there's
is
no
no
way.
doubt.
There's
under
no
any-
doubt. No doubt. There was no doubt a couple
Well, that's
weekends
right,
ago.
I got you.
But yeah, here we are.
I mean, you can even he could almost like, right. We know what the truth is.
we know.
Yeah.
We know.
And by the way, so this is the guy thing. A guy
Yeah.
knows every pretty girl that's anywhere around. I mean, it's not like he's like,
He's aware.
yes, he is. I mean, I don't know a guy that would not know that you were there.
Yeah.
And he knew that Sidney was there, and he knew. I mean,
Oh.
he
yeah.
if there was a pretty girl within 10 yards of him, he knew every pretty girl
Well,
within
he's
10
clocking
yards.
that.
Even your sister. I mean, I mean,
Like a baby.
like when he saw you the first time, he probably took in what your sister looked like, so he knows
Yeah.
exactly. If he knows you're pretty, obviously he's gonna memorize the whole entire family. So when he
Yeah,
sees
like
them
I
there,
post my family
he's-
on social media all the time.
he's gonna expect you're there. And
Mhm.
so how does he not know that he's sitting by your little sister? The
does.
thing is,
Yeah,
he
no,
does.
He does.
He does.
No, yeah.
He knows
100%
exactly what's happening.
does.
And the
So,
whole game goes on,
The rest of the game.
whole game goes
and he
on.
doesn't even say anything.
Not
a
one word.
Not a word.
Wow.
Yeah, my
Oh
my
my
dad like kept leaning like, I can't believe neither of you are gonna say anything. I'm like, I'm not gonna say anything because first off, I'm not even interested anymore.
Right.
So even if he did say something, like, I'm sorry, like
Right.
You lost
it's
your
just
chance.
not attractive. Like
Mm-mm.
if you're not gonna, yeah,
Be
so,
the man and grow up.
Be the man. Yeah, be the man. Like pursue me. Like nothing crazy. I'm not expecting
Right, you're not
anything crazy.
you're not
But
asking
you
to
can't say hi.
right. You
Yeah.
can't be
Hey,
you
it's
can't
good
be polite.
to see you. Yeah.
Yeah, just be mature about it.
Please. Yeah. So,
Mhm.
anyways, that's that story.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, we have not talked. Nothing has happened. So
So
we'll
there's
see.
another girl.
Well, I don't know.
I know you don't, but I'm telling you, there's another girl.
Yeah.
And that you were
The
things might not have
backup.
the backup. Things might have not been going good, and they
Yeah.
up and
Right.
he was like, I want a soft landing.
Mm-hmm. Right. I better get this thing
better-
going.
yeah.
So it's like wheels are off the ground
Right.
and we're
Right.
on our way.
Because I don't like being alone, and you don't
Right.
actually you don't want a guy that can't
And those
be
are the
alone.
worst kind.
No.
Yeah, you right.
Yeah.
He defines himself based on who he's with,
Mm-hmm.
and that becomes a really big problem when you start pushing that out when he's 30 and he's 40 and 50, because guys, it's really interesting. So I play a lot of golf, and so there are a lot of successful and narcissistic guys on the golf course. Most are, because most of the world is on their second or third marriage. A lot of those guys
Wow.
cheated.
Yeah.
And that's why they're on their second and third marriage, because they define a lot of their self-worth is defined on how pretty a girl can I be with, because that makes me look good.
Right.
There's some sexual attraction there. There's I'm on my second wife, and rarely ever are those second wives and third wives the same age as that guy is.
Mm.
And
Yeah.
the girls are attracted to them because they're stable. They've made a lot of money usually, or are pretty well off, and they can see an easier path through their lives.
Which
At
is
that-
sad.
Right, which
It
is
is sad,
kind of
yeah.
sad in that way, but there is a tit for tat type of scenario there, and so
Right.
you probably have done a really good job dodging somebody that might end
yeah.
up. And one of the things that Sidney and I talk a lot about when we're here is that we don't know what people become.
Yeah.
We try
Yeah.
to give people, we talk a lot about grace and
Benefit of the doubt.
giving people the benefit of the doubt, and it doesn't mean that he is what we think he is. We can, even though we act like
I
we
have
do.
my opinions.
Sydney's very
And you have to take the evidence that's presented to you and make decisions off that, and wise
Yeah.
decisions for your life, and but at the same time doesn't mean that he is what we think he is.
Yeah.
But you do have to make some judgment calls for you.
Right.
Exactly.
And yeah, I'm like, who knows, like what he's been through, so that I like, you know what I mean, like putting
Yeah.
yourself out there and maybe not having that confidence, like you,
Or what's going on in his life
or
currently.
what's like
and-
what's going on, like, and that's totally fine. Like it's really not a knock on his character. It's just not something I want or that I'm interested or attracted to.
Or what you deserve.
Or want to work hard
that.
to. Right.
Yeah.
Deserve.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So I'll wait around. I'll wait for that.
Right. There's
That's fine.
and it's really kind of an interesting thing. Is like when it happens and it works, it's like magic.
I'm waiting for
I
that.
mean, we wouldn't know. Yeah. I think we've felt glimpses.
Yeah, you see, because you're evaluating as you date other guys, like, oh, that's really interesting, and that's the value. That's one of the crazy things is I look at your generation and younger, that deal where you're texting and then you're all of a sudden going out, and this compressed relationship and status in the relationship, or how serious the relationship is, it really does everybody a disservice in that process, because one way that we make decisions is by adding information into an information pool, and the more data that you have, not is that always helpful, but it's not usually hurtful to have more data. And so when you go out with 10 or 15 different guys and you go, I really like that about him and I really like that about him, the thing that I think you guys need to be careful of is that you're looking for the perfect guy, because it
Yeah.
doesn't exist.
Right.
And I feel like my list of what I want, because I take different things from different guys, because I've gone out with different types of guys, and so now I'm like trying to mold and build my perfect guy.
Right.
Which, like, not saying that he's not out there, but like, but also I feel like it almost raises my expectations in the bar, because it's like, oh, well, I like it when he does this, but then he's not doing that, but then this guy's doing that, and I want all those things. But that's just, they're all their own different person, their different character, and you can't really just.
Yeah.
So like in
Mess that.
our last episode, do you know who Brene Brown is? Sydney didn't, and so I mean,
No.
I
Okay,
don't
I'm like-
expect you to. Brene
You
Brown
expect to
is
know
a
everything that he says.
Like, I'm not good at knowing like fame. Yeah.
well,
So,
she's
yeah.
not horribly famous. She's a psychologist or psychiatrist, or she's somewhere in the social sciences. She created a TED Talk, wrote some books and stuff, and helps counsel. She's a counselor. She helps counseling and does a lot of work in regards to research and in the social sciences and helping people be great. But one of the things that through the process was like trust, and we talked a little bit about this concept of Did Sidney talk to you about this?
No, I don't think I did actually.
So she has this concept of like trust. Like Lainey wants to either trust you or not trust you. And this is something I talked to her because when this is more 3 or 4 years ago.
I was not trusting people. The people around me were not kind to me, and so I had a hard time trusting them. I either put all my faith in them, or I still do that now. I still give 110%, and the people around me that don't, I get frustrated. So.
Yeah. So we compared this. So like the guys that you're wanting is this clear jar that has marbles in it. And as people do things that you like, or in the regards of trust, you add marbles. Like, oh, they did this. They said what they were going to do, and they did that. They were honest. They had a hard conversation, or they disappointed me. And instead of just either it's all full or all empty, and that's a lot about how guys, because you're not perfect.
Right.
And the guys that you end up going out with are not perfect.
Yep.
And so
unfortunately.
Unfortunately. Well, actually it's part of the great thing about being married and developing a relationship, because if you're perfect, you'd be done right when you got married.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's that way of how you come together and become one is truly the special things. The things that are imperfect about Karma are some of the things I like the most about her. How she does. Now, they drive me crazy. Sometimes they drive me absolutely nuts. Other times they just are completely endearing, and the things that bind us together are those imperfections.
Yeah.
The things that were really perfect, we don't think a whole lot about. And so if you look at, as you're dating these different guys, you've got your model, right? You've got the guy that you think you want. But as you're doing it, you're adding handfuls of marble and taking handfuls of, so that if the guy doesn't open your door once, it's not we pour all the marbles out.
Refer to episode 3, guys.
Yeah, right. If he brings you flowers, you don't fill the whole marble. He'll fill the jar all with full marbles. And we're not doing this. We're adding and subtracting as we go. And when it hits a certain, it's never gonna be the top. Yeah. But as it gets closer to a threshold, you're like, that is who I want to be with.
Right.
Yeah. And he wants to be with me. And hopefully he's using a version of the marble analogy for you. And then that difference is what you spend the rest of your life going back on and being and forgiving and moving through it. Because you're going to fight. And you're going to have, and life, you think life's hard now, because I know you do, because life is hard at your age. It just keeps getting harder and harder and harder.
That is true.
And it gets more rewarding, and more rewarding.
I think some of that is like what we dictate at heart at the time. Because what I dictated as hard in high school was, most of us being pretty. And now I'm like, I could care less if I had friends or if people thought I was pretty. But now I'm like, okay, where am I ending up in life? What job do I want? What am I doing? So I don't think things become harder. I just think sometimes other things.
Your perspective.
No,
on
they
it
become
changes.
harder.
The hard
Really?
changes.
Yes, they become harder.
It does come harder, but your perspective on things do change.
Yes.
On how you view it. But
I think you handle it differently too.
Sure, you're more mature
Mm-hmm.
at how you go about it.
Yeah.
And that's what gives you the capacity to handle the harder.
But speaking of marbles and fights,
ooh,
do we need to get into
the Covats?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is one of these imperfect things that we that was a huge fight. Okay. And now is something that is completely endearing, and we joke about it a little bit, but there's still just a little edge in both of it, which makes it. That's what makes it awesome.
I love it. I'm so excited.
So Covac tickets. So this is back in 1993, 92, probably 92, 93. So this is literally when we got first. We were married in July of 1992. I can tell you the exact date, but that's for Karma. If she listens, I can tell her the date.
He doesn't know the date.
Good job.
It's the 25th of July.
There you go. Prove yourself.
Well done.
So we are poor. So Karma was working at Limited Express before we got married. She quit her job because it was just the stress was going on. Comes to me, and she's the one that has the good job between the both of us. I'm a struggling life insurance salesman at 25, which is a joke. She comes to me like a month before we get married and says, "Hey, I want to quit the job that's making the most amount of money for the both of us." And I said, because I love her, I say, "Sure, go ahead."
Whatever you want, honey.
I could see the stress on her, but we're just so poor after we're married. We're living in this little apartment, and so our thing that we like to do at that particular time would go to a movie. And you could go to the credit union at that particular time, and the movie theaters would sell half price passes if you went to your credit union and bought them. And so we put all our money together. It was $20 because they were $5 each back in 1990. Can you believe this?
That's
and
crazy.
we go there, and it was half the price, and we go buy these 4 Covac tickets, and that we can convert into a movie ticket. And we come in, and when Karma cleans up, she just throws everything away.
Oh no. Oh no.
And so we got this table that's next to the kitchen, and so I throw the Covacs on the table, and a couple days later, we can't find the Covac tickets. They're nowhere to be found. We look everywhere, and she leaves.
Oh my god.
Because I'm so mad. I'm like, you don't look at what you're throwing away. I mean, we still don't know each other hardly at all. And I don't know this about her. I don't know if she just throws everything away when she starts to clean up, and doesn't really look at what she's throwing away. She just goes really fast, and no Covac tickets, and she leaves, and we eventually get back together, and we kind of don't deal with it ever. We never really talk about it. But then she didn't change. She still throws stuff away that we need. I'm still kind of just throwing things and don't put things in the place that she thinks I need to. Yeah, we're still trying to find these Covac tickets 33 years
Cutting
later.
random wires.
And that's a whole nother deal. But this is what led to this. I'll circle around. And so we go, like, teaser talking about, like, when it happens in the future, and she is
in the Chatterton family. They did not tease each other. Grandma Chatterton did not like any attack on anything. She didn't like them teasing each other. So
that's true.
When Mom first got to know the Olsen family, who just always teases, is always loud, there was one time, it was like their first Christmas, and all the Olsens were thinking that they're yelling at each other, and Mom calls her mom. They're fighting. She's in the kitchen not knowing what's happening.
Karma's
They're fighting, and she's crying. And
way.
She just approaches everyone and just goes,
"Stop
fighting!"
She comes out the room and goes, "Stop fighting, everybody!" And everybody it goes silent for about 10 seconds, and then everybody laughs. Like, we're not fighting. But to go back to the Covac, so this goes on, and this becomes like it rears its head about every couple of years, and like, she doesn't leave anymore, but she's mad that I'm assuming it's because she's like, "I didn't throw them away. You could have thrown them." I mean, she doesn't claim any responsibility, and never has to this date ever said really and truly that she threw away the Covac tickets.
When we get into heaven and we get our play-by-play, that's the first thing he's gonna look at.
We're sitting down.
And so now it's a joke, but she still won't claim that she threw them away. I claim that she did undoubtedly. And
what happened?
And so what's gonna be crazy is if we do watch that back.
I'm the one that threw them away. Yeah, it's going to be awesome because it will be painful. It will be so painful if that's actually the case. So where we go with that is she hasn't changed a lot. This is not something she's perfected over that period of time, because literally we're having you guys know, but we're having some of our house remodeled, and we're putting in new windows, and we have this it's an old house. It was built in 1982, and so it's had like 10 different cables come into it, and we have cable internet, and the day that we're doing that, we're doing one of our episodes, so we need she thinks we need the internet, but she goes out there, and the night before we did this, we're out looking at the windows from the outside, and she wants to get rid of all these cables because they're gross and weird, and I look at her and I say, "Do not cut any of these cables until I have a chance to find out what they were." So and where they go, because I still know that one of them is actually the one for the internet. And we run everything, all entertainment off the internet now. About 4:00, I start getting out. I'm on the phone doing a business thing, and I keep getting phone call after phone call after phone call. And finally, Carly or Lainey texts me and says, Carly did. Carly texts me, it's my other daughter, and says, Mom thinks she cut the internet. And she's feeling so bad. And
it was hilarious. I was dead asleep, and I wasn't sleeping well, and I was out of it, and I still feel like I'm in a weird, like, lucid dream, and all of a sudden I get woken up, and she doesn't say the internet cable, she says the Wi-Fi cable, which is not a thing, and she's like, kind of, like, I was thinking she cut, like, the Eero stuff, and I was like, you cut what? And she's yelling at me, she's like, I cut the Wi-Fi, I cut the Wi-Fi, and I'm like, what? And she's like, get out of bed, and I was like, what did I do? And at first I open my eyes, and the TV is loading, and it's just not working. I open my phone, Instagram, not loading. Text messages, not loading. So I'm like, what did you do?
What do you mean?
And she's like, I'm so sorry you can't do your episode tonight. Like, I'm so sorry. I'm like, I'm still trying to wake up. And she's calling Dad. She's calling everyone. She's almost in tears. It was.
Yeah, she's crying almost when I walk in the door. But because of all these experiences, I come in and I could have been mad and because I told her the night before not to cut any of these cables, but somewhere in her busy mind, and she's going through a whole lot, and I knew that because people are in her house that this construction's driving her nuts anyways, because it's not going particularly easy. And I just like, no big deal. I wouldn't have done that 33 years ago.
With the Covac ticket.
No, I didn't do it with the but over time, and that's kind of like, she's still not any better at really listening to me or being careful about what she's doing when she's cleaning or trying to get everything arranged. But that's the thing one of the things I love the most about her. In your position, you're like, I got to have that perfect person. And I'm telling you right now, it's not that I want you to give up on any of your standards. It's not that I want you not to seek out a really positive and great guy for you, because you deserve that. But you're not perfect, and it's important to remember that maybe it's not exactly what you want.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true.
Because that struggle and really where you create so much closeness and love is by serving the other person, forgiving their shortcomings, because that takes love to do that.
Mm-hmm.
When they screw up and you have to move by something, and it's either you're going to get divorced or you just got to let it go, because there's a lot of that.
Yeah.
At least in our I don't think our relationship's really super unique, where we just, like, either she or I've said, well, I guess it's not going to change, or you're not going to be perfect about that, and I'm going to keep making the same mistake over and over and over. And
agree to disagree.
Yeah,
sometimes.
A lot of cases. That is the beauty of it. That is the struggle.
The beauty and the struggle.
Yeah.
Well, you think about, you're spending an eternity together, and I feel like this is like the first step to it. You're learning all the good things and all the bad things for that you're gonna have to deal with eternally.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's eternity. So It's like,
pick wisely.
My standards are gonna be pretty high.
Yeah.
It's like a long time, but I do understand the marvels and having grace. I'm not expecting perfection, because that's no fun, and I'm not perfect.
Right.
But
because you don't know if they have their own podcast talking about you.
yeah, they could be putting me on blast. I don't know, but hopefully not.
We're not putting anyone on
No.
blast.
I'm not. No. But just talking about experiences, because I could have gone wrong about certain dates that I had no idea about, and they have no idea about what I'm thinking or feeling about it either. So.
And it's hard, and it's weird, and it's beautiful, and Heavenly Father is amazing at bringing beauty from ashes. What do I mean by that?
Yeah.
Well, so our two oldest are adopted, and when we adopted Parker, Parker was 12 days old, and we go to, at that time it was called LDS Social Services, and the birth mother had picked us about a month before. So we're in this room, and it's time to give the baby up. She kept Parker for about a week.
Oh wow.
Which is, they actually suggested, actually has a higher take ratio, in doing that. They can say goodbye. They can see how hard it is to get up all night, and the birth mothers do. And she was fairly young, and so the younger they are, the less they give them up, statistically at that point. And we can hear their families in one room or in another, and we can hear their family and her crying.
Oh, wow.
The adoption or the social worker grabs Parker and hands Parker to us. And we are ecstatic. Karma is cloud 9. We tried for 7 years to have kids.
Wow.
And that he does that over and over. He does it in your life. He does it in my life, where something is hard and becomes ashes, and he makes something beautiful of it.
Yeah, that's very true.
And over time, that birth mother was blessed because she made a sacrifice and has a family of her own, and went through really hard times, really difficult, about as bad as it can go in her life for a period of time. And she got married and has own kids, and has beauty in her life too.
Yeah, that's very true.
And that is so consistent.
Yeah.
In how he can turn something that is absolutely horrible into something that's absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, I agree with that. I feel like recently I've been thinking about that a lot, because there's certain things that you're wanting to happen in your life and you're praying for, and you're wanting certain things, and then they don't really come to be or come to play out right exactly when you want it. Just like you were trying for 7 years and it wasn't happening in the time frame that you wanted. And then I think back at different experiences in my life, and experiences like that where it's like, when has he ever let us down?
Yeah.
Like, we've been let down, maybe not in the time frame that we've wanted, but when has he ever let me down? Like, when has he never not shown up? Or when has he ever not given me what was best for me in that time frame? And so I think the beauty in the ashes is such a perfect thing to remember, especially as we go through life and trials, is that there's beauty in the ashes, there's beauty in the trials, and there's things that you learn and grow. And once you get through it, there's so much joy and beauty, and you can look back on that time and grow from it. And, just remember that there's never been a time that he hasn't shown up or pulled through. And so I think constantly, like, remembering that in my life, especially when things aren't being answered when you want, can help get you through.
So true.
Yeah, guys.
It's
life
amazing.
is fun.
and life is fun, and it's horrible, and it's hard, but mostly it's beautiful. I've been to more graduations, and I haven't been to very many high school graduations, but I've been to a few. And so this is completely unexpected. So I'm sitting at Carly's graduation, and the kid giving the talk, the valedictorian talk, he talks about this concept, and he goes through his whole talk, and this is something that I love. I love
I
this
hear it
all the time.
about 10 times a year, and that's a lot.
Yeah. And he talked about the success in life is the graceful execution of plan B. Heavy on the graceful, right?
Yeah.
You don't get to choose A, B, or C. Lots of times that's chosen for you, but it's that being able to not destroy your life or the people around your life when things don't work out the way that you want to. And then being able to execute it gracefully and it's just, that is such a consistent part of my life. I have rarely, in fact, I'm getting to the point where I don't even look. I almost hesitate planning anything in my life because the plans never work out.
No.
Aren't the time frame I want them in.
No.
And are not how I view it. It's always some other version of that. I don't know if that's a positive thing. Is not my hesitation to plan things, but I know where it comes from, and it's just anytime I plan it usually never works out anyways. So
sorry to add, but there he added another layer on it. I was having a really hard time accepting this service mission, and I went to his office on one of my worst days where I was like, what am I doing with my life? And I was explaining some things to him, and he sat me down, and he's like, okay, Lainey, graceful execution of Plan B. And I'm like, come on, Dad. You've told me this about 100 times from the time I was probably 12 to 19. Like, I know. Like, I know. And he said, you got to remember, it may be your Plan B, but it was never God's Plan B for you. It was always his Plan A. And that, literally that day, that floored me. I was like, that gave me a whole new perspective on, this is what God wants for me. He wants to take the ashes and make something that I thought was ashes. It may not be ashes for someone else. And I think that is another layer to it, is it wasn't ashes for Mom and Dad. Getting Parker was one of the best days of their life. And they didn't see it as ashes, but to the people that were losing that son, it was ashes to them, but it was beauty to someone else. But it was always God's Plan A for Parker to be my brother. And that was no doubt one of the best things.
Yeah. That's awesome.
I think when you try to push so hard for like what you want, like that's when things get rocky. You know, if things aren't working out, it's like, hey, like this must not be what God wants for me, because I'm trying to force this, and it's just not, it shouldn't be this hard.
Yeah.
And so I think once you finally like let go and let God really do what he wants for you and what he knows is best for you, that's when things do get a little bit smoother. Not that it's going to be easy. Yeah. It's hard to accept that, but I think like just being like, okay, like he's in control. Like, he loves me. He knows my wants, like, more than I do, probably. Yeah. He knows exactly what I want and need, and he's going to provide that. He's never not provided that. And so I think, yeah, like, looking back on everything that I once thought I wanted and, like, seeing where I am now, I'm like, I'm so glad I didn't get what I wanted. Yeah. Because I wouldn't want to be in that place. I wouldn't, looking back, like, I'm like, wow, I had no idea what he had in store for me, I had just forced something else. So I think having that perspective is definitely crucial in helps. Everything. Yeah. Exactly. But dating especially. So
yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have met Kenadee if I didn't go with Plan B. Like, honestly, like, my plan after Slick was not to come back to Idaho 30 minutes from where I grew up to College of Idaho. Like, that was not in my plan whatsoever. And I was upset. I was frustrated. But, like, seeing how everything played out and, you know, the people that have came into my life from it, I wouldn't have wanted it any other way. I wouldn't have seen how it was. And if I saw that in the moment, I would have picked Plan B in an instant. Right. But that's where faith comes in. Yes, exactly. That's where faith comes in. And in the moment, I'm upset. But seeing how it all played out is, like, that's exactly what God wanted, and where I'm at now is exactly what was supposed to happen. So the graceful execution of Plan B is hard.
It is hard. It is hard to go. It's hard because you don't remember it constantly.
No, you forget.
Yeah. When you're in it, you're like, you're just so clouded by what you want, because we're naturally selfish. Like, we are. We just want what we want. We want it when we want.
And we generally want it now.
We want it right now. Like, so yeah, I think, I mean, and like, Sidney bringing that up, like watching her go through the things that she did when we met that year and what I went through that year, like her.
That was a tough year for you too.
It was such a tough year. And so I think like God knew exactly what we needed in each other. And I think we grew individually and then also together. And we wouldn't have learned those lessons like from each other if we hadn't gone through those things that were so hard at the time.
It was really interesting, Kenadee, because I remember meeting you at that particular time and seeing you, and your countenance after you went through that year completely changed. You weren't smiling like you do now. You weren't light and happy. Like, even though I could tell, I mean, I couldn't in the moment. I couldn't tell what was that you were any different than that, because that was my only experience of you. Yeah. But she's almost like you look different. Yeah. You were still beautiful then, and you're still beautiful now. But your countenance changed so much after you got through that challenge. Yeah. Those challenges. So.
I felt that too.
Thank you. Yeah. No, and I think that's what's great is the people God puts in your life when you need them. Yeah. And I think that's one of like the most special things that can come from life is friendship. And that's
So
what I'm
true.
grateful for. It's a good friend to do life with when life's hard.
We didn't talk about
Guy
Guy B.
Okay.
Should we talk about him, or do you want to save it?
I don't have much of an update. Basically, I told you we went out the third time.
Right.
We said that on the last podcast. We went out for a third date.
He's moving real slow.
He's moving really slow. But so I'm just kind of at the point, because he told me at the end of the date when we left, he's like, yeah, like if you're free next week, like let me know. So I feel like ball's kind of in my court to like reach out to him if I want to hang out with him and see him. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm just kind of in between. So where I'm just like, do I reach out? Do I not reach out? Do I want to see him? Do I not want to see him? So I am in a predicament where I don't know what I'm going to do. So I guess we'll find out next week.
Do you have another date lined up?
I don't have another date lined up. No.
I think in order for that to happen, she'll be the one to reach out.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I'll have to reach out.
He kind of was like, let me know.
Yeah, I'll have to reach out to him. So
What you can always ask yourself, what does it hurt
to give him another chance?
to go one more time?
To go exactly.
He can either take marbles out of the vase or add marbles in.
That's the thing where I'm just like, what does it hurt? But at the same time, it's like, what are we doing? To where I'm like, I don't even know if I want to waste my time.
I also think
I would have been wanting to talk to him, and I just don't have that urge to like.
And there is something to that. I really believe
talk to him.
That you, if you really were into him, you'd have already reached out.
Yeah, I would have already reached out, and so we'll see. I mean, he's really nice and a good friend, and so we'll stay.
A good friend is
crazy. I don't know why I keep saying friend.
We need a word like in between friend and no one, like nothing
Prospect.
to you.
No,
He's a really neat acquaintance.
Acquaintance still feels far.
It goes like stranger, acquaintance,
And then like jumps to
friend,
friendship.
Yeah.
prospect. I'm breaking it down. I'm like,
Yeah.
let's get the diagrams.
Yeah, we'll do the Venn diagram. When does it go?
This is the point where you know
Yeah.
he is more than an acquaintance.
Well, so yeah. So I guess I'll go with an acquaintance, right? An acquaintance at this point. So that what we talked about?
If we did the Venn diagram, then it would be friend and there'd be acquaintance, but he can't be. It's really. I understand that you guys can be friends. He is not.
Okay, so on my side of things, he's a good friend. We talk really well with each other. I don't know what I'm feeling, and I'm super.
It's not like
And I'm so busy. It's not flirty.
It's not.
It's not flirty, and I'm so busy to where it's not even on my brain to even like.
You're busy, but you'd make the time.
I'd make the time if I was really
She'd
interested.
make the
She'd
time.
be making the time. No,
That's
you're right.
that's true, and so
if he was hitting all the right notes.
yeah.
I think he's
she'd be
hitting the
singing
right
the song.
notes. I just
He
think
has some
that
things that I
they
like,
aren't-
but we're
it's
just not
not-
like.
I don't think it's romantically.
It's not romantically there. That's
I
the
might be
thing.
yeah.
Yeah, well, I
All
guess
right.
I'll let you know if I reach out to
There you
him
go.
or not.
Well, we'll have Kenadee back on. We thank Kenadee for coming.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
It was fun.
Our first guest.
Yeah.
Congrats, our first guest.
Thanks, guys.
You'll always be number one.
I always will. Thanks, guys.
See you, everybody.
Hey, bye.
See ya.